Can you believe it? Cornet having the match point down. It's 3-5. It's level at 5-all.
Well, it was an awful long time between first and second serves there, and you could hear a pin drop. I think every single person thought it was going to be a double fault. No feel at all from Sharapova on that. Well, I'm going to time it, Dave, when you said about the match point.
1 hour and 21 minutes. I make a habit these days. So it's 8 minutes so far. 1 hour and 21 minutes the match had lasted when she had the match point. It's all my fault, Joe, I know. Normally is. Yeah, the sun at 1:45 in its most tricky position.
Love the pin.
Well, I don't know whether you're hearing some sounds in German. It seems to be that our studio in Paris is playing some previews from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. I very much hope you are not hearing what we are hearing.
Very bitty at the moment from Sharapova.
This is the strength of character, isn't it, of Maria Sharapova.
Thanks very much.
Sharapova is challenging the call on the right
A challenge here.
I'm surprised at this. Yeah, it was near, but I just thought she would have had a feeling that it was just out.
Sharapova has one challenge remaining.
Sharapova breaks again. She will serve for the match again.
Behind this match is what has witnessed the magic of Cornet, the promise of a new season and a Grand Slam's most ardent fans. It's seen a national hero become a legend, weak, endured. Four-time champion crown. It doesn't just...
So 6 games to 5 now to Maria Sharapova. It is remarkable because, let's face it, she's played a pretty rotten set. And yet she doesn't dwell on it. She just gets on with it, just says, right, next point, next point, next point. It's the old cliche, but she does it remarkably well.
She's been practicing that, hasn't she, forever, Maria, since she was a little tot at Bollettieri's. That's how she went about her practice.
Here's the match point then from Simona Halep's match against Diaz. Simona Halep had taken the opening set by 6-1. She came through the second, though, by 6-4. Moves through to her second Grand Slam, a fourth round appearance. Her previous, of course, coming at the US Open in 2013. Her previous best performance at the Australian Open was a third round showing in 2011. Hawkeye seeing her through to victory in the end. The 22-year-old winning 6-1, 6-4, plays the winner of the match between Jankovic and Nara.
Well, that looked nice and simple, and I'm sure Maria would like every point in this game to be like that. Nice and calm.
Yeah, if you could find out the problem, that would be great. Get it out of their set. Is it going out to is game set and that's going out to the television viewers, or is it just coming to the commentators?
It's been so erratic, this second set. Now, whether this is a legacy of the draining match she had against Karen Knapp.
Yeah, that didn't feel very good.
Still getting it.
And that didn't look as though it had any timing at all. Almost swinging too early to the ball. It's all rather tense at the moment.
Point of the match, and Cornet with the chance to break back again and force the tie-break.
Well, fantastic the way Cornet managed to keep the pressure on Sharapova for once. Kept believing in herself. Side to side. Some good gets from Maria. But finally, Alizé comes to the net and finishes.
Sharapova served for the match twice, but can't put it away. She's had a match point.
Both players received an additional challenge.
17 minutes ago.
When Sharapova gets tense like this, she really does lose a lot of feel to her shots. She keeps trying to hit, but like the last one, it can go anywhere.
Cornet.
I wonder how Sharapova's serve is going to hold up in this tie-break.
Let for service.
Well, when you miss by that much, that's when you start worrying. But if she can get into a rally and then get the ground strokes going, it's a different match.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to say to Maria, just get your first serve in, well, it doesn't really compute, does it, for her, because she's always gone after everything. How about a nice little slider out wide? Done a lot of that today with the ball toss. It's not always been about the sun either.
Oh,
2-1, Sharapova.
stunning. Yeah, definitely in. That's what Enrique Molina is saying to Alizé, Cornet, and we've got a pretty good view of that line.
Well, that's definitely something Sharapova can rely on. I mean, how many years, how many thousands, hundreds of thousands of balls you've been hitting like this to come to this point in a match and believe in it.
A win on the Hisense Arena for Jelena Jankovic. Had to come from behind in the second set against Kurumi Nara. Jankovic will play Halep in the fourth round. Remember, Andy Murray is third up on the Hisense Arena. Oh my word. Oh.
3-2.
Can't believe that. I mean, if I'd hit a smash like that, I'd have been disappointed, Joe.
I don't think I've ever heard you lost my words, David. That really... I mean, why did she make it look so awkward? I thought that's a good position for a smash, and suddenly she hits it at the top of the frame. Ooh la la, as she would say.
Yeah, I think it might be something a little stronger than that, Joe.
Probably.
And it could be very expensive. Sharapova has the mini break, 3-2.
4-2, Sharapova.
Just confirm that Andy Murray third up on the Hisense Arena. Next there is Agnieszka Radwanska and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. Murray not before 2:30 local time, 3:30 in the morning your time and Greenwich Mean Time. And since it's 1 o'clock almost now. You wouldn't have thought he would be starting at 2:30 our time. Unless the Radvanska-Pavlyuchenkova match is incredibly quick. Incidentally, the winner of that Andy Murray match will play the winner of the two lucky losers, Stéphane Robert and Martin Clizin. Robert leads 4-love in the first set on show court 3. I'm afraid Fleming and Hutchins have just lost to Bopana and Qureshi, 6-2 in the third. And Murray and Piers have lost the first set 6-4 to Bucharek and Klaassen.
Oh dear.
Back on serve in the breaker then. Cornet 3-4.
Well, here we go again. It's a roller coaster at the moment for Sharapova, of good and bad.
And getting worse, I'm afraid.
5-4. Cornet.
That was all strain and noise and no flow through the shot. And she's got to come out and serve the next two as well. Anything could happen.
If you're uncertain, have a challenge. I think it was out. But at this stage of the contest, you've got plenty of challenges left during the tie-break. You're going to get another 3 in the next set if you win the tie-break. Yeah, it was out. But if you're uncertain, look at Hawkeye, and then you know you can forget about that point. Get on with the next one. Will it be set point or match point?
How many times have we seen that today?
And automatically you think now double fault. Ironically, no double fault, but a missed ground stroke, and it's set point for Cornet.
Wow, that was a real shrug from Sharapova over to Sven Grunefeld. She just can't quite believe what's going on here. And she backed off.
Second service. Sharapova.
29 minutes after her first match point. Sharapova has her second. Making a habit of this.
Yeah.
Let's
A very scratchy second set after a terrific first. But she finds a way of winning, and that's what the very top players do. They find a way of winning ugly, as Brad Gilbert would say.
Yeah, I think she's so relieved to have got through that. I don't think it was really anything that Alizé Cornet came up with, although she did play a little bit better in that second set. It was really Maria Sharapova getting rather tense and losing the feel, and once again we can see the frailties in her serve.
6-1, 7-6 in an hour and 51 minutes after the first set had taken just 32.